Hello MTV and welcome to my crib. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, obviously. In this video, I'm going to pick 5 funny stories. I'll have some videos and obviously tell you the stories behind the videos. Just like a little insight into my life, what to expect. So at number 1 we have the Zante boat trip. In July 2019, me and 2 of my best friends, Flora and Misha, went to Zante for a week. We went to the beach one day and hired out a speedboat for an hour. I must admit I was a little bit sceptical at first, as the guy who owned the boat didn't speak much English, and we simply had to pay €40 and leave our sliders with him, which we could collect when we returned. We didn't have to sign anything or read any terms or conditions, and we weren't shown any safety or even given any real instructions on how to drive this boat. I took the wheel, literally, so I was the designated driver. It seemed easy enough at first, so we set off to the rocks which he told us to go to. So I'm just going to insert the next clip so that you guys can just literally watch. I don't need to make any commentary, courtesy of Flora, so creds to her for this.
Oh my god, we're gonna get so
You're gonna be fucking joking me!
I think we got caught up into rocks.
We have.
Okay, so update. Megan's crashed it because we're in fucking rocks. We're trying to push it out because we've actually fucking broken it. Like, we're probably gonna get charged.
Yeah, we're gonna get him so much. We're gonna so I can't afford. I can't. Megan, get back
She's
in
gonna
there.
cry. Can you save us? SOS!
As you can see, it's not looking great. Basically, we were in shallow water and I crashed the boat into some rocks. We started shouting for help because we could see a boat with some people on it. The man that was driving the boat shouted across instructions on how to restart the boat. And once I eventually figured it out, we started heading back towards the shore. As we got closer to the shore, we could see the man who owned the boat was stood in the water waiting for us, and he did not look happy. Misha pointed this out, and I started trying to reassure my friends and myself that there would be no way he would know what we'd done. We would give the boat back and go back to the hotel, and everything would all be fine. He started asking us what had happened, and we pretended that we didn't know what he meant. It went back and forth a couple of times with him asking us what had happened and us saying nothing. He then started shouting. It sounded a little bit like this. "You girls think I'm stupid? I have GPS. I know what you did. I see you crash into the rocks. My friend even told me he had to help you restart the boat. He said, 'Girl, in shorts, in water. Pushing boat.'" It was at this point we knew that we'd fucked up. We started trying to shrug it off, obviously, saying that it was an accident and that we were sorry, and he then started inspecting the boat. He pointed out the broken propeller, which must have snapped when we hit the rocks. He's still very angry at this point, as you can imagine, and started shouting, saying that we must pay €200 for the damage, and that he wouldn't be able to use the boat for the rest of the day because it's broken. I told him that it was our last day on holiday, that none of us had any money left. He carries on trying to bully us into paying, shouting, getting quite aggressive, to the point where a middle-aged British guy came over to us and asked if everything was okay. I'd just like to add that at this point the Greek man's colleague had actually replaced the propeller in front of us. So I then suggested to my friends and to the British guy that we just walked off, ran away. What was he going to do? Chase us? The British guy agreed, and that was the go-ahead that I needed. So we started walking away. Obviously he followed us, so then we just decided to run. We've run down the street, and anyone who knows me will know that I cannot run to save my life, quite literally, in this situation. I started running, and then I thought I was safe, so I stopped, and he came up behind me. He started pulling my arm and trying to grab me and pull me towards the beach. I have quite a loud voice. Again, anyone who knows me knows I'm quite loud, so I started shouting and screaming at the top of my voice for somebody to help me. Obviously there's a fully grown Greek man who's like double the size of me trying to attack me. So I knee him in the balls and I'm trying my best to defend myself, and then he snatches my bag off of me and he starts walking away with it, and there was only my debit card and €10 in it, but it was just the principle of it. As he turned around and started walking towards the beach, I ran up and I literally pounced on his back, flipped over his head. We basically were having a full-on fight. It was all quite aggressive. There was about 50 people watching. There was restaurants nearby. It was right outside a hotel with balconies, so there was loads of people that saw. There was restaurant owners, restaurant workers, there was security guards, and, you know, having a full-blown fight with 30-year-old Greek man and nobody was trying to help me. Eventually I just thought, fuck it, he can have the pump bag with my debit card in it. I'll just cancel the card. It's not the end of the world. And I just walked away. I'll show you what my face looked like. So as you can see, my face was pretty fucked up. We had to report it to the holiday rep and I was basically too scared to leave the hotel room for the rest of the holiday. On our last full day in Zante, we did a boat party and I had to go to the boat party looking like this. It was probably one of the worst days of my life. Okay, so next I'm going to tell you the story behind my burnt eye. There's not loads to say behind this one. Basically, the long and short of it is my best friend Misha was curling my hair before a night out one Friday night, and I don't really know how, but the curlers got knocked forwards into my eye and literally burnt my eye. It fucking killed, as you can imagine. I put frozen peas on it. I had to take my strip lashes and all my eye makeup off, but I did still make it out. Can't lie, it was generally a pretty painful experience and I ended up having to go to A&E the next day and sit there for 3 hours. At the time, and for quite a few days after, the vision was really blurred in that eye. And even now, if I cover the other eye, that eye is still a lot weaker than the other one. Next, I'm going to talk about how I crashed my Mercedes on the way to see my ex-boyfriend. No prizes for guessing that this was a write-off. Funnily enough, this isn't actually the first car I've written off either. This was 2 days before my birthday as well. Again, not a massively long story. By the way, that is red paint on the front of the car, not blood. Literally was on my way to see my ex-boyfriend, was pulling out of the junction at the end of my road, sort of looking as I was pulling out, ended up colliding head on with a transit van which was coming towards me. But if you thought that was bad, you should have seen the other guy. Nah, joking. So yeah, this is what I went into. Luckily, the guy was really nice about it, although the insurance company did end up writing both of our vehicles off. I mean, this one's pretty self-explanatory. Literally, the caption says it all. So yeah, basically, came in from a night out, got home drunk, put the chicken goujons in the oven, forgot about them, fell asleep. Our electric's like on a key and I ended up using all the electric on the key plus the emergency and ended up having to pay for it. And it basically blew all of the electric in the house. I wish I could say this is the only time I've done this as well. My mum went absolutely ballistic, obviously, and banned me from using the oven for the foreseeable future. Here's a little clip of when I discovered the chicken, and don't mind my voice, by the way.
Cold. They're cold.
Get the ketchup.
You can eat those now. You fucking eat those. Get your eggs. You're lucky that's not your mum cooking, and she would ban you from cooking, period.
Last but not least, just going to show you one of the many times I decided to bleach my hair. This was actually the most recent time I bleached my hair, and I actually ended up ruining it and having to cut it all off after this. Mum, come and look at this. Look, quick. We're going to have to dye the roots back dark a little bit, aren't I? Just to make it not so harsh.
Harsh? Are you taking the fucking piss? Harsh? Because if you just tell me, I will purchase you a wig. I will purchase you a wig. Let's hope it looks better in the morning.
So thanks for watching my first YouTube video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything you want to see me do, then just let me know. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. Hopefully I'll be back soon to continue documenting my car crash life, and hopefully you'll be watching.